Okay, gang, I'm looking rough. I know it's the end of the day. I've been in a search committee meeting all day, but I talked with Heather, your classmate, today, and I want to explain a few things that may help you get through the weekend without panicking, okay? First off, this course was originally designed for a master's in reading program, so many of you are feeling a little behind in this. What I need for you to do is when you're having problems, email me or call me, and I will lead you in the right direction. Okay, but let's just talk about the mini lesson plans. Let's call them mini lesson plans. I sent you a template of something that you can use, but you don't have to, where you can type in where what you need for the lesson and just steps for the lesson. It needs to be very simplistic. I mean, it can even be a bullet list, okay? And basically think of what a good teacher would have. You know, what kind of materials is it for? What's the lesson called? What are the steps? I don't want you to go into standards right now, but you need to understand that if you're in ed leadership, that your teachers have to do those things. They have to go back and make sure that they are hitting all those standards or all those goals for the state now, especially with the new core curriculum coming up. But right now, let's make it very simplistic, okay? I sent you a sample for vocabulary, which is next week, and I show you a video of a PE teacher who uses vocabulary in the classroom. Okay, for word study and fluency, go on Google, find the grade level that you're interested in, and Google word study for middle school, word study for high school, fluency for middle school, fluency for high school. You're going to see a lot with fluency things like repeated readings, readers' theater poems where they practice those things, and that helps with their fluency. You might see Dolch word list or phrase lists that they can practice for fluency. With word study, you might see words their way activities. Go on there and see what you can find. A lot of you are studying theorist right now, which is what Heather mentioned, and you can see how that coincides, okay, with what you're learning in other classes. But I want you to know, make it very simple. Okay, the reason I say that is because your lesson planning is not part of your key assignments. You are trying to find word study and fluency study that is effective for middle or high school, or if you're planning on going into administration for elementary, which I think very few of you are, you can look in elementary as well. But I want this course to be exploration for you. I want you to start thinking, if I go in the classroom, what do I want to see in my teachers? And Heather and I talked about, if you're in a science classroom and you're studying atoms, and if you have no study of the vocabulary that they're reading, how are they going to get through that text? How do you teach them how to read the text? What are some clever ways to do that? Also, could you group them? If you have a really strong, gifted group, could they read about atoms but read a different kind of text than what your on grade level or your lower grade level are reading? You don't have to say, hey, I'm giving you the easy text, but shouldn't there be what we call scaffolding of instruction, which means you're trying to give things to these students that are on the instructional level for them. In other words, not too easy, something that you can move them forward with. Heather said, well, you want to make sure you're giving them some vocabulary that they don't know to challenge this, but absolutely, you've got it. So I want you to start thinking about that. The other thing is the reflections notebook. That is not due until the end. You can scan it. If you live in town, you can bring it by, or however we're going to work it out to turn it in. You can do a video, show me what you've done, whatever you want to do. But basically, on the right-hand side, you're going to have those handouts that I gave you, okay? You're going to have the information that the teacher gives, and then you're going to practice on the left-hand side. And the only one that we worked with was predictions. And I gave you that picture book as a sample of what I do with my students, okay? I read to them Rose Blanche. I go through that and I show them, we talk about predicting, why do you predict? What does prediction mean? Pre means, dict means, tion means the process of saying beforehand. And we teach the students, I teach the students how to look at the clues in the pictures and how to look at the clues through the words. And we do this together. I model, I have them participate, tell me why they make the predictions that they're making. But then on that left-hand side, they read their own novel that they've selected, and they make some predictions. So I just kind of want you to practice this with your novel that you've selected to read, okay? And really what I'm trying to point out to you as administrators, as future administrators, is what kind of reading instruction works for students. This is based on NRP studies. It's based on the work of Michael Presley. That's where I've taken, my background from here, basically. And I want you to think about what you're going to want to see in teachers. The principals that have literacy experience are the most successful. Trust me, I've been in a million different schools, and I've seen those that understand that literacy is the root of all we do. And the video today that you're going to see with the PE teacher, that proves it right there. You got a PE teacher that's trying to make sure the kids actually know those words, and it's not just from memorizing, it's from actually doing. I hope this helps. I hope you have a very good weekend. I'm finally over my sickness. Still have itchy nose from the pollen, but all is well here in Pensacola. So I hope you guys are having a great day. And today is Elena's 8th birthday, my daughter. So we are going to see Brave tonight. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks.